the water and power rates are going up so much are going to be very helpful. And I think one of the reasons they are is it's going to everybody's going to see these whopping, and I think we've seen some of that moaning and groaning reflect itself in what we're seeing in this ratepayers advocate. We've had 8 or 9 of the city council members come up and say, you know, we need a ratepayer. Try very hard to get a meaningful ratepayers advocate. Independent being defined as nobody that works for the city or any of the unions or any of the state or county governments, anybody who's a contractor, a real high degree of independence. The second thing is trying who's going to nominate the ratepayer, or I would say a commission to appoint a ratepayers advocate. And I would advocate that if one, we'd have the neighborhood councils appoint somebody. Secondly, is I'd say the business interests of LA should appoint somebody. For example, they use 60% to 65% of the power that's used in this city, so I think they deserve. And I think the third area is somebody who represents the apartments. Now, whether that's the apartment owners, the dwellers, you know, that could be obviously a very contentious issue, especially given that the Apartment Owners Association successfully sued the DWP to rescind the 5% transfer fee. So we have the ratepayers advocate, and the ratepayers advocate's basic role is to review and analyze the operations, finances, and management of DWP on a timely and continuous basis. I think it also can work as a whistleblower stop of the Inspector General, where if they find out fraud or any other malfeasances, they can report that to the city attorney or the various appropriate people. One of the other issues we're going to have here is the ability to enforce findings. You find something wrong, how do you make sure it gets fixed? And that's a problem with everything in the city, whether it's, you know, billboards, marijuana, you know, whatever rules and regulations it is, it's planning. You know, things just don't get enforced in this town. You go through continual wars to get these things done. The second area that I have a high degree of interest in is what I'll call the son of Measure B. That has been affectionately known to some of the wags as the SOB, son of B. Essentially, in Measure B, the IBEW wanted to eliminate competitive bidding so that they and the DWP would have an exclusive on all the in-basin solar power. Eliminate competitive bidding. It's, you know, sole source, it's no bid, it's monopolistic. We can use all these types of buzzwords, but the basic thing is, if DWP does it, and they have no experience doing it, and they use the IBE work crews, which have, you know, demonstrated over time that they're notoriously inefficient on the water, for example, twice as long and twice as much, minor details. You know, it's going to cost ratepayers another $1 billion to $2 billion more. I'll use $1.5 billion, splitting the difference, more in terms of building these things than if you use private contractors that are bonded, they're fixed price contracts, and they're using the building trade laborers, you know, certified union laborers. Quite frankly, they were also very helpful to us during Measure B. The ratepayers advocate and the son of B, SOB. And they all reflect around, you know, a nonpartisan issue, and that nonpartisan issue is our wallets, it's our budgets. And I think by having that, you know, focusing in on, you know, on our wallets, turns, you know, gets people very well focused, especially given the economic times where we have, whatever it is, 14% unemployment in the city or 12%, or, you know, some massive number. The two areas that I'm particularly focused in on in terms of the DWP advocacy.